Hey comic fans, your pal David here to give you guys your comic fix. Now in this video I'm going to be doing my pick of the week, some comic news, and stuff pertaining to me, my page, or whatever I want to talk about. So this is my video after all. So I just want to show you these are the comics I got this week, and I'm going to be showing them to you from my least favorite to the pick of the week. So at the bottom of the pile, and I think it's going to be there for a long time, it's going to be Green Arrow, issue number 11. Now most of these comics are issue number 11, so I won't say what issue they are. Next up is Batman Detective Comics. I never thought I would actually see it so low. Next up is World's Finest, Huntress and Power Girl. Action Comics. Amazing Spider-Man. Animal Man. Dial H. Batwing. Justice League International. And now to my top 3, the books I think that anybody could pick up and just enjoy a lot. Just enjoy a lot. And that is Red Lanterns, issue number 11. Surprising book, and I would suggest that everyone to try this book out. And of course, Danger Club. And my pick of the week, one of the best books I've read in a long time. And this one's definitely going to be up there for picks of the month. And that is Earth 2, issue number 11. I love how they just change everything up so slightly than what we get in the main DC universe, Earth Prime. And I just absolutely love this book. Everything from the characters that we get, to the writing, to just the epic feel that this book is becoming. And I cannot wait to see the direction that, what's his name? James Robinson's going to take this book. He's actually becoming one of my favorite writers in the DC Comics. So, James Robinson, thank you so much for giving me Earth 2. And to everyone else, if you saw any books in here that you really want to see a real in-depth review of, I should have it about 3 videos below. So, I would suggest you guys check that out. Now, into the comic news. There's actually a lot of stuff to talk about, which I'm really surprised, because usually there's not a lot to talk about before the Comic-Con in San Diego. So, on DC side, we have quite a few change-ups in books. The writer in Green Arrow is going to be Anna Nocenti. It's going to be coming on and write Catwoman. Now, if you haven't seen my previous video, I did actually talk about that a little bit. I don't care for her as a writer, and I'm sorry in my last video that I said that she was a terrible person or god-awful person or whatnot, because I don't even know her personally, but I just do not care for the way that she writes. Especially if she becomes really political like she did in the previous issue of Green Arrow. But where she takes Catwoman, I don't know. But hopefully it's good, because Judd Winnick did a perfect job on Catwoman, and I would actually like to see him keep on that book. But if he leaves that book, I'm just glad that he can still be on Batwing, and I'd love to see how much more great things he could do with Batwing now that he has more time on his hands. And also in Detective Comics, we have a change-up. Tony Daniels, the writer and sometimes artist of Detective Comics, is leaving the book, not forcefully, but on his own. And he's going to be doing some secret project for DC Comics, and he's going to be doing some work on the Justice League book. He's going to be doing the art for 2 issues, and maybe for more if he does really good. Because I know that Jim Lee's going off, and I really don't see anybody better than Tony Daniels actually pick up the pen and start doing some really good penciling, because I know he does a really good job, and I'll actually like to see him on Justice League, because there is a picture on that he did the story arc he's going to be doing with the cheetah, and I really like that picture. I wish that I could actually show you it like right here, but me being new at this whole video editing stuff, well, I can't have that. And not even having video editing software, because I plan on buying that soon and spicing up my videos a little bit, not just having my ugly face on it at all times. And with that, with Tony Tanner's leaving the book, we got John Layman. Sorry if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my notes. And he's the guy who writes Chew, who created Chew with his artist, I don't remember his name. And he's doing the book also, When Mars Attacks. Or Mars Attacks, not When. So he's going to be doing that book, and he's going to be doing Detective Comics. Funny thing, I was reading an interview of him and them talking about him becoming on Detective Comics. And he said he tried previously to get onto Detective Comics, and DC wanted to know what he would like to do. And he put out an outline for the story arc he would like to do with Detective Comics. And he forgot to write in Batman. He was talking so much about the villains that DC Comics has been like, hey, where's Batman in all this? And I'm really interested to see where he takes this. Because he stated in there that it's not going to be a funny book like how you get in Chew and Mars Attacks. But it's going to be a book that's going to be a lot more about the detective side. And we're going to be showing why Batman is the greatest detective in this book. So I'm really excited to see what this guy can do on Detective Comics. And I'm actually going to be picking up his Chew books because I heard really good things. And it's funny though, DC Comics is taking out these guys who are doing some image books and bringing them on. And like we got Jeff Lemire, who is doing Sweet Tooth. I think he was doing Sweet Tooth for Vertigo, which is a DC Comics line anyways. But anyways, so I just like the writers that they're pulling in from the indie side to in on their side. And I've just been enjoying it so much. And I cannot wait to see what this guy does with the Batman. Now we have Marvel Now! Which is basically sounding kind of like what DC Comics did a year ago. Now, I knew this was coming. But the thing that's different than what DC did, Marvel Now is just relaunching 22 issues initially with new number ones. Now they're going to keep the same continuity, but just it's a ploy to get people to buy these comics again. And is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I know it's a lot of X-Men books and a lot of Avenger titles. I think there's going to be 6 Avenger titles in the new number ones. And a couple of them are going to be coming out twice a month. So God knows I really do not like how Marvel does their stuff with coming out with 2 books in 1 month. Because that's a lot of money. And I like what DC does. Put out 1 book for once a month and there you go. And it allows the writers to breathe and the artists to breathe. And I cannot imagine how much that they're just throwing out with the artist and how the artist has to compensate for all the books he has to come out with in 1 month. So I really don't have anything to say about Marvel Now except that it's going to be happening. Will I pick any books up? I don't think so. I'm really a DC guy. I do like Marvel. I did pick up Marvel for a long time, but I decided I'm going to spend my money into one bag, and that was the DC side because I really enjoyed their characters and their superheroes and just everything about them just spoke to me more than the Marvel side. And I could not get into the whole continuity side of Marvel. It just seemed so daunting, and I knew the continuity of my lovely DC comics, so I just went their way. Well, that's it for the comic news. I know that there's going to be a lot more coming out, especially right after Comic-Con. So I'm probably going to have a lot of videos out when Comic-Con is going on to tell you all the special news that's going on in comics. Now let's talk about my page. So, you guys know that I'm doing a timeline. Well, I'm saving that timeline for next month. When it's the 1-year anniversary, that's when I plan on putting it out. So, that's to answer that question. Now, I am reading a bunch of my books that I have. I have over 300 now. So I have to go back and read a bunch to get the whole timeline down, because I know it's quite confusing. But with reading these books, it's coming a little bit clearer, but not as clear as I want it to be. So that's with my page and everything about that. And I cannot wait for next week, next Wednesday, to get another batch of comics until I can talk to you guys again. Well, my name's David. If you like topics like this and reviews I do, subscribe up top, like on the bottom. And my name's David, and you can follow me on Twitter at FalconXXL. And I hope you guys enjoyed the fix. Come again.